Last week, I had a conversation with someone who works on the supplier side of a major wholesale distributor. I'm not going to name them, and I'm not going to pretend this was some secret backroom meeting. It was a phone call, 30 minutes. But what they told me changed how I'm shopping for the rest of this year. Costco is cutting 21 products from their warehouses in 2026, not temporarily out of stock, not seasonal rotation, permanently discontinued. And the part that should concern you is that Costco doesn't send out press releases when they do this. They don't put up a sign that says, "Last chance." The item is just there 1 week, and the next time you walk in, the shelf space belongs to something else entirely. If you're someone who relies on Costco for your bulk pantry, your emergency food supply, or even just your weekly household essentials, you need to hear this full list. Because by the time you notice something is missing, it's already too late to stock up. I've been tracking Costco's product rotation patterns for over 15 months now, comparing warehouse inventories across multiple regions, talking to suppliers, and cross-referencing distributor allocation notices. What I'm about to share with you is the result of all of that work. 21 products, specific items. And for each one, I'm going to tell you why it's being cut, what it means for your household budget, and exactly what you should do about it before the shelves go empty. Let's get into it. Number 1. The Kirkland Signature Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil in the 2-pack glass bottles. This one hurts. If you've been buying this, you already know it's one of the best values in the entire warehouse. 2 liters of legitimate extra virgin olive oil for under $20. But olive oil prices have gone through the roof globally. Bad harvests in Spain and Italy over the past 2 years pushed wholesale costs up by over 40%. Costco held the price as long as they could, but the margin disappeared completely. Rather than raise it to $28 or $30 and deal with the sticker shock backlash, they're pulling this specific SKU. The replacement will likely be a single larger bottle at a different price point, but the glass 2-pack format, that's done. If you use olive oil regularly, and if you're a prepper, you absolutely should, because it stores well in a cool, dark space for 18 to 24 months. Buy 3 or 4 of these right now. I'm serious. This is one of those items where the replacement will cost you more per ounce, guaranteed. Number 2. The Kirkland Canned Wild Alaskan Pink Salmon, 6-pack. This is a prepper staple and honestly one of the best protein sources you can stockpile per dollar. Each can gives you around 40 grams of protein. It's shelf-stable for years, and the wild-caught sourcing made it a premium product at a bulk price. But here's what happened. The Alaska salmon run projections for 2025 and 2026 came in significantly lower than expected. Reduced catch volumes mean reduced supply, and Costco's supplier couldn't guarantee consistent volume at the contracted price. Costco doesn't do sometimes available. If they can't keep it stocked consistently across all their warehouses, they'd rather cut the SKU and bring in a different canned protein option. That replacement is rumored to be a Kirkland canned chicken breast, which is fine, but it won't be the same nutritional profile or shelf life you're used to. Buy every 6-pack you can find right now. Canned salmon stored properly lasts 5 years or more. This is one of those no-brainer stock-up items. Number 3. The Duracell Copper Top AA batteries in the 40-pack. Battery technology is shifting, and Costco's buyer team has been slowly consolidating toward their own Kirkland battery line. The Duracell 40-pack has been a warehouse fixture for over a decade, but the Kirkland AA batteries test within 2% of Duracell's performance at roughly 60% of the price. From a pure margin perspective, every Duracell pack Costco sells makes them less money than a Kirkland pack. This isn't about quality decline. The Duracell batteries are perfectly fine. But Costco's entire business model is built on having fewer SKUs that move faster. When their house brand performs nearly identically, the name brand loses its shelf space. That's just how the warehouse model works. If you're brand loyal to Duracell, stock up now. Otherwise, the Kirkland batteries are honestly a solid replacement. But if you're building an emergency kit and you want the absolute longest shelf life, Duracell's 10-year guarantee is still hard to beat. Number 4. The Nature's Bakery Whole Wheat Fig Bars, 36-count box. These were a quiet hit in the snack aisle. Decent macros, long shelf life, individually wrapped, and affordable in bulk. Perfect for bug-out bags and car emergency kits. But the sales velocity wasn't there. Costco needs products to move a minimum number of units per warehouse per week to justify the floor space, and the fig bars kept falling below that threshold in too many regions. The supplier tried to renegotiate the pack size and pricing, but Costco's buyers weren't interested. Too many competing snack bars with better sell-through rates. If your family eats these, grab a few boxes. The individual packaging means they'll stay fresh in storage for 8 to 12 months easily. And they're one of the better options for a quick, calorie-dense snack in an emergency situation. Number 5. The Starbucks French Roast Whole Bean Coffee, 2.5-pound bag. Costco is making a deliberate push toward their Kirkland signature coffee lineup, and the Starbucks whole bean SKUs are getting squeezed out one by one. The French Roast has actually been declining in sales for the past 18 months, as more Costco shoppers discover that the Kirkland brand, which is roasted by Starbucks anyway, tastes nearly identical at a lower price. This is another margin play. Costco makes significantly more on every bag of Kirkland coffee than they do on every bag of Starbucks branded coffee, even though both products come from the same roasting facilities. So the branded version loses its slot. For daily coffee drinkers who specifically prefer the Starbucks French Roast flavor profile, whole bean coffee stored in a sealed container in a cool, dry pantry will stay fresh for 6 to 9 months. Grab 2 or 3 bags if this is your go-to. Number 6. The Bounty Advanced Paper Towels, 12 mega rolls. This one is getting replaced, not just discontinued. Costco is expanding the Kirkland Signature paper towel line with a new premium tier that directly competes with Bounty's absorbency and strength specs. The Bounty pack was always a tougher sell at the Costco price point, because the Kirkland version was close enough in performance for most buyers. But here's the wrinkle. The new Kirkland premium paper towels will likely launch at a slightly higher price than the current Kirkland standard, which means the absolute cheapest quality paper towel option at Costco is about to get more expensive regardless. Paper towels store indefinitely if you keep them dry. If you have the space, buying an extra 12-pack of the Bounty now while it's still at its current price is a smart hedge against the upcoming price reset. Number 7. The Organ Organic Protein Powder, 2-pound tub. The supplement and protein aisle at Costco has been a battlefield for shelf space lately. Organ had a strong run, but their per-unit cost to Costco kept rising, and newer brands came in offering similar formulations at lower wholesale prices. When Costco ran the numbers, Orgain couldn't justify its real estate anymore. If you use Orgain specifically, you already know the taste and mixability are hard to match. The replacements coming in are largely plant-based protein blends from brands you may not recognize yet. They might be fine. They might not be your thing. Either way, the Organ tub you're used to grabbing, it won't be there much longer. Protein powder stored in its sealed original container keeps for 12 to 18 months past the printed date. Buy 2 tubs if Orgain is your brand. Number 8. The Bibigo Chicken and Cilantro Wontons, frozen, 48-ounce bag. These flew off the shelves when they first launched. Incredible value for a quick protein-rich meal that takes 5 minutes to prepare. But Bibigo's production costs increased substantially when the poultry supply tightened in late 2025, and the company passed a portion of that cost increase to retail partners. Costco's response was straightforward. If the margin doesn't work at the current shelf price, and raising the price would kill the value proposition that made it popular, the product gets cut. Frozen wontons stored at 0 degrees Fahrenheit will keep for 10 to 12 months with no quality loss. If your family eats these regularly, grab 3 or 4 bags on your next trip. Your freezer will thank you later. Number 9. The Kirkland Signature Cold Brew Coffee, 11-ounce cans, 12-pack. Here's a surprising one. Costco is discontinuing their own product. The Kirkland cold brew cans were solid, but the ready-to-drink coffee segment has gotten brutally competitive. Costco tested several formulations and pack sizes, and the canned cold brew consistently underperformed the Kirkland cold brew concentrate in both sales volume and member satisfaction surveys. Rather than keep 2 cold brew SKUs fighting each other for the same cooler space, Costco is consolidating around the concentrate. Smart business decision, but annoying if you liked the convenience of the grab-and-go cans. If you're building a stockpile of shelf-stable beverages, These cans have a surprisingly long shelf life of 8 to 10 months. Worth grabbing a couple 12-packs while they're being cleared out, especially since clearance pricing on discontinued items at Costco can drop below cost. Number 10. The Barilla Penne Pasta, 8-pound box. This is a significant loss for the prepper community specifically. 8 pounds of quality dried pasta in a single box at a bulk price was one of the best calorie per dollar deals in the entire warehouse. But Barilla's distribution strategy shifted in 2025, and they began prioritizing smaller pack formats for traditional grocery retailers over bulk formats for warehouse clubs. Costco will replace this with a Kirkland branded pasta, but early reports suggest the new SKU will be a 6-pound box, not 8. That's 25% less product, and while the price will be lower, the per-pound cost is expected to be slightly higher. Dried pasta stored in a cool, dry location with proper sealing lasts 2 to 3 years easily. Some preppers push that to 5 years with Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. If you see the Barilla 8-pound box on your next Costco run, buy every one you can carry. You will not regret having extra pasta in storage. Number 11. The Viva Signature Cloth Paper Towels, 18-roll pack. Another paper goods casualty of the Kirkland expansion. Same story as Bounty. Costco is aggressively growing its house brand paper goods line, and the name brand alternatives are losing floor space. Number 12. The Columbus Sliced Italian Dry Salami, 2-pack deli container. Columbus restructured their wholesale distribution, and several Costco-specific SKUs got dropped from their production schedule. The company is focusing on their grocery store partnerships where per-unit margins are higher. Dry-cured salami stores well in a cool environment and has a significantly longer shelf life than most deli meats, making this a smart grab for anyone building a protein-diverse emergency pantry. Number 13. The Annie's Organic Cheddar Bunnies Snack Crackers, bulk box. Annie's parent company, General Mills, has been consolidating their organic snack portfolio, and the Costco-specific bulk pack format wasn't hitting the volume numbers needed to continue production. The regular grocery store boxes will still exist, but you'll pay more per ounce. Number 14. The Kirkland Signature Organic Coconut Oil, 84-ounce tub. Coconut oil prices spiked due to production shortfalls in the Philippines and Indonesia. The 84-ounce tub was already selling at razor-thin margins, and the new import costs made it unsustainable. Costco will bring in a smaller jar at a reset price. If you use coconut oil for cooking, skin care, or as a shelf-stable fat source in your emergency supply, the big tub is the best deal you're going to see for a long time. Buy it now. Number 15. The Sensible Portions. Veggie Straws, 24-ounce bag. Sales velocity dropped below the warehouse minimum. Replaced by a Kirkland house brand vegetable chip product. Number 16. The Kashi Go cereal, 3-pack box. Kellogg's, which owns Kashi, reallocated their Costco production capacity toward higher-margin branded cereals. The Kashi Go 3-pack couldn't compete on shelf turns. Number 17. The Healthy Choice Power Bowls, variety pack. Conagra, which makes Healthy Choice, restructured their frozen meal distribution and pulled several warehouse club SKUs nationwide to focus on single-serve grocery retail. Number 18. The Waterloo Sparkling Water, 24-pack variety. Costco's buyer team decided to consolidate the sparkling water category around their Kirkland brand and 1 or 2 premium options. Waterloo didn't survive the cut. If you like flavored sparkling water for your stockpile, these cans store for over a year. Number 19. The Rouse Homemade Marinara Sauce, 2-pack jars. This is a big one. Rouse is one of the best jarred sauces on the market, and the Costco 2-pack was an incredible deal. But after Sovos Brands, which owns Rouse, was acquired by Campbell's in 2024, the distribution strategy shifted. Campbell's is pulling Rouse out of several warehouse club formats to protect premium pricing in traditional grocery channels. They don't want Costco undercutting the per-jar price that Whole Foods and Target shoppers are willing to pay. Jarred marinara stores for 2+ years unopened. If you love Rouse, and honestly who doesn't, buy several 2-packs immediately. When this is gone from Costco, you'll be paying nearly double per jar at the regular grocery store. Number 20. The Snapdragon Vietnamese Pho Bowls, 12-pack. Another sales velocity victim. Solid product, loyal following, but not enough weekly turns across the warehouse network to justify continued shelf space. Number 21. The Charmin Ultra Soft Toilet Paper, 30 Mega Roll Pack. Just like the Bounty and Viva paper towels, Costco's Kirkland toilet paper expansion is pushing name brands out. Charmin has been losing floor space to Kirkland for years, and 2026 is when the 30 Mega Roll Pack officially gets dropped from the warehouse planogram. Toilet paper doesn't expire. If you have storage space and you prefer Charmin, buy it now and stack it high. Seriously. Now here's the thing you need to understand about all 21 of these items. This isn't random. There's a pattern. Costco's strategy in 2026 is aggressive. Kirkland brand expansion combined with ruthless shelf space optimization. Every square foot of warehouse floor needs to generate maximum revenue per member visit. If a name brand product can be replaced by a Kirkland alternative that delivers similar quality at higher margin, the name brand is gone. Period. At the same time, global supply chain instability is making it harder for suppliers to hold prices steady. When a supplier comes to Costco and says they need a 15% price increase, Costco's buyers don't negotiate up. They negotiate out. The product gets replaced or eliminated entirely. For anyone in the prepping and food security space, this matters because the items you've been building your pantry around might not be available next month. And the replacements, if they come, will almost certainly cost more per unit. So here's what I'd recommend you do this week. Take this list. Go through your pantry, your freezer, and your emergency supply. Identify which of these 21 items you regularly buy or rely on. Then, on your next Costco trip, buy enough to bridge you through the transition. For shelf-stable items like pasta, canned salmon, olive oil, and sauces, that means buying a 3 to 6 month supply right now while the current pricing still holds. For frozen items, fill whatever freezer space you have available. For household goods like batteries, paper towels, and toilet paper, buy one extra bulk pack beyond what you normally would. This isn't about panic buying. This is about being strategically ahead of a pricing reset that's already locked in at the supplier level. The people who act on this information in the next 2 to 3 weeks will save real money. The people who wait will pay more for less, and that's assuming the replacement products are even comparable in quality. If you found this useful, hit subscribe. I'm tracking Costco's product changes every single week, and the next video I'm putting out covers the 12 replacement products Costco is bringing in to fill these gaps, including 3 Kirkland items that are actually better than what they're replacing. That video is on screen right now. I'll see you in the next one.